Hey, everybody. It is the Impact Radio Show.
Happy Friday Eve, everybody.
Happy Friday Eve.
Welcome to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star.
Yes.
It's me, it's your girl, Doing Talk, Vanessa. How y'all doing?
How you doing? We're doing good. We're doing good. It's your boy, Reverend J Frederick, your African gentleman.
How's your Thursday so far, dear?
Listen, my Thursday is great. I got to come in and lay my eyes on Brother Freddie Rose.
Yeah.
This whole thing that came back full circle. I remember down there at the old school Victory Plaza down there, being up here at 5 o'clock in the morning praying with Mother Jenkins.
Okay.
Remember doing the Christian prom on the Annabelle Lee and the Lady St. John's. I was on every single roster that Gospel in the Park had when Christian hip hop was on the rise. I remember trying to audition to be on this radio show when the Prayers Club stopped, and I was on here trying to give my best Freddie Rose impression.
Oh, come on now.
On that audition tape. So listen, my heart is great.
I hear that, man. It's a beautiful thing being up here at the Victory Station. Hashtag Missy Pollock, where you at, man? Come on back on the show, bro. We love you. You love you. But before we get too far, before we get too silly, do business with one of the oldest Black-owned media companies in the Southeast of America. Please help preserve the legacy of Miss Claire McLaughlin. You're already supporting Black-owned media by listening to the Victory Station on your AM frequency or in your FM frequency. Just go ahead and tune into the reading frequency and subscribe today. TheFloridaStar.com. TheFloridaStar.com. I'm trying to switch it up, baby.
Definitely, yes. Let's not be saying what they say about Black folks that we don't read. So yes, we blow that, less than a cup of a coffee, every morning. So yes, you can get it brought to your doorstep, or you can have it downloaded on your favorite device. Just make sure that you subscribe at TheFloridaStar.com. Hey, make sure that you also tell any of your favorite businesses to make sure that they carry the Florida Star. So your favorite barbecue restaurant,
come on,
your favorite, meat store, everywhere that that's Black owned, make sure that they're supporting Black media by carrying the Florida Star newspaper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wow, CJ. It's been a great, great week. I hope you all survived Hurricane Idalia. Idalia?
It's Idalia.
Idalia. I hope you all the branches that came down, none of them affected you, or you.
Somebody out there twisting in the Atlantic saying that they bought a Cat 3.
Oh no! Yeah.
Lee is almost going to be a Cat 4 by the time she started waking people up.
Keep your eye out, stay vigilant. Florida, we're really good about building pretty strong, buildings, but, keep an extra couple of dollars with you in case you need to fill up on gas real quick. Y'all know what happens during a hurricane.
I just want y'all to always keep water. Y'all don't drink that much water when there's not a hurricane, but somehow all of a sudden a natural disaster happened and y'all buy up all the water. You've been dehydrated all through this good weather.
Come on.
Now all of a sudden you got to make sure.
Don't call them out though.
I'm just saying.
Say y'all were drinking Gatorade before the hurricane. Buy out the Gatorade. No.
Keep the check sodas. Keep buying them same check sodas.
It's important to just kind of keep that stuff on hand. If you're new to Florida, that's something different. But if you've been living here, summertime comes around, just start collecting the cans. Just start, making sure you got batteries or those batteries are switched out. If you slowly do it, it's not so much of a, rush when there is an emergency on its way.
Man, I remember being young, real young in Jacksonville when the first time I actually felt hurricane force winds. We didn't have nearly the amount of back then. Boy, we still had tube TV.
Come on.
We still had dial-up internet. Still had landlines.
It was wires all
over the house. We were still trying to put D batteries in the huge flashlights. These days, everything is a Bluetooth, USB, charge, portable. So, don't think to charge your phone until it's time to evacuate. Keep all of your portable batteries and create a storm pack. Create a storm plan. Come on. God bless the people who plan before it's actually time to do something.
Ooh, is this the tidbit of the
It's
impactful?
not. But the impactful moment is gonna be fire. I cannot wait to get to
Tell
it.
us a little. What's the little tidbit? What should we be looking forward to?
So you know how a lot of people they supplement themselves or they prescribe themselves uppers and downers. You know, a lot of times people are like uppers and downers in our life. And we're gonna talk about how we sometimes use people in our life the same way we use those uppers and downers.
Are you talking about?
Yep, I am. Yep. Some people are sativas, some people are indicas. Yep, it is definitely, but the good thing about it is though, Jesus is a consistent supplement no matter what it is we're trying to go. See, you finna make me jump ahead of myself. Not knowing it, but yes, it's gonna be it's gonna be a good impactful moment.
I'm just trying to see. Well, we will do the impactful moment in the middle of the show. We'll probably round out with some more events and a little bit more news. But before we get to our first commercial break, I want to give you a quick little tidbit of what the front page of the Florida Star this week looks like. There's definitely, as you can imagine, a tribute to the public servant, E. Denise Lee. She's serving on our city council. Please get a copy if you're not familiar with this woman and learn about all the great things that she did in the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. And unfortunately, another racial massacre in Jacksonville. It was a heavy, not only just because of the storm, it was a heavy couple of days in the city.
Very much so.
We are so blessed to be here with you all, and we're so thankful, as usual, for you all to be listening to us this evening. But please, make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're hugging. Make sure you're telling people that you love them for real. Definitely. Don't let these kinds of things harbor on your heart and stay on your heart. This young man was going to the Dollar General to get diapers for his child and encountered somebody who wanted to take his life. So it is important that we stay vigilant. And just the little tidbit from the Florida Star, on the anniversary of another mass shooting that took place during a national gaming event at the Landing, a white man entered the Dollar General and killed 3 Black people. A press conference provided information on the killer, and Governor DeSantis attended a heated vigil. So there is definitely more information. There's some familiar faces here. We got Angie Nixon, Representative Angie Nixon. We got our current mayor, Donna Deegan. It looks like Mr. Jacoby Pittman standing in the background, and our current sheriff, T.K. Waters, was at the podium speaking. So some familiar faces, some interesting things happening. Please read this article. Oh, it's by Brother Opio. So check it out. See what Opio's got to say about what's going on in town.
And definitely. So yes, we're up against one of our first ad breaks almost.
Yeah, we can take a break.
But hey, we're gonna come back. When we come back, we're gonna have the impactful moment brought to you by Kingdom Builders. And then after that, we are gonna jump into the event rundown brought to you by Vendors and Brunch. Boy, I cannot wait to tell y'all what we got in store for Vendors and Brunch.
Man, we got a lot of things coming up. You don't want to miss it. Please stay tuned after these messages. Do, 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 do. Hey,
y'all. Welcome back to the Impact Radio Show brought to you by the Florida Star. And yes, it is one of my favorite parts of the evening because Reverend CJ get to come out.
Whoop, whoop.
And get ready to bring you your impactful moment that is brought to you by Kingdom Builders. Well, we are not just trying to put up another steeple in the community, but we're actually trying to take the church to the community. Because what was the first church? If not a community? And also brought to you by Faith Under Construction. No matter where you are in life, whether you are a bishop, apostle, new believer, journeyman Christian, is always like to jokingly say, your faith is always under construction. And we believe that through discipleship and through truth, we can overcome mental health, that occurs, doing things like church or religious trauma syndrome. So, hey, any more information about that, please feel free to reach out as at Kingdom Builders or Faith Under Construction. But to get into this impactful moment, I've been chomping at the bit at this ever since about 12 o'clock last night. Because
we had just finished watching the U.S. Open.
But the crazy thing about ads is like 75% of them are like drug commercials.
It depends on what.
And then like 75% of the drug commercial is the side effects of the drug. And we're usually like looking out for the new one so we can start the countdown to the class action suit. I always love when they say, if you suffering from the symptom of death, please give us a call at 1-800. But anyway, the one thing that I do notice that whenever people are, whether they're going through anxiety or whatever, they're, going through life, or they're just looking for a different vibe, people tend to try to supplement their moods. People either try to supplement their moods, either be more chill with downers, or they tend to try to supplement their mood, to be up, if they need to be upbeat or they need some energy.
Like some caffeine.
Like some caffeine, sugar. And the crazy thing that you mentioned, caffeine and sugar, because those are some things that usually bring some instant results, but also some instant side effects.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, it's nothing like, being hyped up on 2 Red Bulls and then crash like a lead balloon. The sleep is great, but you end up twice as tired as you would have been had you just depended on something natural like a B12. Sure. But the crazy part about it is like when we want to feel happy, we usually want to continue to feel. Yeah. So depending on how you live your life, some people like to try alcohol to try to to make that go a little longer. Sure. People try to use experiences, like they go watch a movie, an action movie, or ride, whatever it is. If they've been down and they want to feel up, or if they feel like they've been too amped up and overstimulated and they need to chill, people tend to supplement themselves with experiments and chemicals. Do. You know what else we use to supplement ourselves with?
What?
People.
Not using people.
I mean, no, not necessarily even using them. Like, have you ever been mad and knew who to call because they was finna co-sign everything that made you mad?
Well, yeah, you usually call your friends to just
right. And I've learned when it comes to talking me out of sin, I can't call nobody that's got the same struggle as me, because they're gonna be like, man, I understand you praying, but if it was me, I don't know. Like, no. So, usually when I'm trying to find myself, you're trying to make me jump ahead of my point. You always do that. But look, we tend to supplement, with ourselves. When we angry, we used to call those people who want to keep us mad. When we're excited and we got good news and we want to share, whether it's a new job or opportunity, we usually call somebody we know that's going to be happy for us. We're not going to call Debbie Downer. That's going to be, well, actually, you might have to drive 30 extra minutes if you take this opportunity. No, the only time that we usually call somebody that's a little solemn is usually when we're like overstimulated. And sometimes it's good to hear about other people's problems. Yeah. To make yours, not so great.
Sure.
But there are certain types of people supplements that we got to stay away from. Okay. And it's so funny that you talked about coffee and sugar, because that's one of the first people that we need to stop and stay away from. People who bring you instant gratification or an instant stimulus to a situation. Because they may hype you up and agree with everything you say and got you going, and the minute you need to take a step back and you realize that crash is like all the way down. Like,
it doesn't last long.
It don't last long. Like, we got siblings
high for real quick.
that is with us.
Don't last long.
When it seems like a good idea at the time. And then when we get caught, how they abandoned. You have sometimes those friends that you call, when you're sad and you're feeling it. And a lot of times you can actually be so sad that you don't want encouragement. Man.
That's true.
I can remember some times in my faith where I had actually lost everything, was going through worse, and the last thing I wanted to hear was anything out of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
You said forget all
of it. You know what I'm saying? So what my flesh made me do, or what my humanness made me do, was to call somebody who was going to help me throw the pity party. So a lot of times what we need to do in our life is that we need to realize who it is that we're supplementing ourselves with and keeping in our lives. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's good to have that motivator. It's good to have that hype man. But you don't need a hype man when you're going through tragedy. You need a comforter. You don't need, somebody who's there to rub you on your back when you need to make hard decisions quickly. You need a hype man, somebody that's going to motivate you and push you a little forward. You don't need somebody who's going to be in on your ill-gotten solutions or whatever, like what we like to call, I'm going to say jigger rigging the situation. Okay. Ghetto fixing the situation. And they be like, man, that's good. I ain't never seen the best set of tinfoil on rabbit ears. We're going to be able to watch the game. And then when that thing starts cycling, like, man, I told you to buy a new TV. You don't need those type of people. You know what? Instead of uppers and downers all of the time.
CJ, I'm looking for something that's going to sustain me, like a multivitamin.
Like a multivitamin, and that's where we're going. The person that you need in your life are called grounders.
Okay.
You know what a grounder do? When you are riding too high, they don't kill your vibe, but they do bring you back to reality. Those people that give you a little bit of truth when you smelling a little bit too much of yourself. Sometimes you can believe a little too much of your own hype. Some of us perceive, have angels in our mind that perceives us. We have the Zamuna pedals thrown at our feet in our own mind, and you need a good grounder to say, hey, Paul told Timothy to don't be so prideful lest you fall, because the same amount of judgment, you got to be willing to receive how you present yourself. If you present yourself as you got it all together and people treat you like you all together, the day that you don't, now all of a sudden you want to be human and humble. No. Where was all that arrogance and pride when you was riding on that high horse? And so every now and then you need to get a grounder. You know what else grounders good for? If you are riding too low, they're the person who's going to pull you up and remind you who child you is. That is going to be the person that's going to tell you the truth. Yeah, you messed up. Yeah, you could have made better choices, but you still survived 30-something odd years of your life. God still loves you. You ain't been given up yet. You need those grounders. You know what else you need? You also need people who don't agree with you.
Unpopular opinion, y'all.
Because here's the thing. I've drank coffee and gone straight to sleep.
Yeah, me too. That's true. It's had the opposite effect sometimes.
I've drank decaf and couldn't go to sleep.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that sustainers, they tend to keep you on an even keel.
Sure.
You know when you were burning on empty, you know when you're burning on too much. What I do love about it is that the one person that you can always keep in your corner as a grounder and a sustainer is Jesus, because he is the same yesterday and forever, but he also gives us things, not just bread. You know that man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. He gives us more than what we think we want, or he gives us more of what we need in an instant. Sometimes you'll make a decision that has nothing to do with the day, but it makes sense next week. And so my impactful moment is used to watch how you supplement your surroundings with different people. Don't always put yourself around, around people who's trying to give you too much energy. Don't always put yourself around people who's always trying to drag you down. You need good, grounded, sustaining people who pray. If you pray and they don't, I guarantee you probably got some instant coffee in there. So your impactful moment is definitely watch how you supplement your life with the people around. Keep grounders and sustainers. Don't rely on uppers and downers all the time. This has been your impactful moment, brought to you by Kingdom Builders and Faith Under Construction Group.
Ooh, guys, I hope you have taken this word. I hope you let it sit with you over this commercial break. When we get back, we're going to talk about some upcoming events. Of course, we're going to talk about Vendors and Brunch.
Yes.
And we're going to finish reading what we got going on in the Florida Star. This has been the Impactful Radio Show. You don't want to miss what we got coming next.
Right.
lunch from the bistro. Raise a glass to leisure with exquisite mocktails by Mr. Bartender. Enjoy a luxury massage with the crew from Kitty's Custom Massages. And live music from bands like Hype Church and Soulful Roots Connection. Spoken word from artists like Ant and Brains. Indoor-outdoor games for kids, trivia with prizes, and a fashion runway. Come out to Kingdoms Plaza for an extraordinary experience every third Sunday until the end of 2020. Experience the city's most filling soul. Hey, welcome back to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
We're getting so close to Friday. I can feel it in my bones.
Oh, my God, yes.
But you know what? Before we get too far into the event rundown and the rest of what's going on in the newspaper, now more than ever, it is important for you to get independent media, for you to get your news from an independent news source. We all know about Fox News and OAN and what's the other one, Newsmax. And we all know about MSNBC and all that stuff, CNN doing wild stuff. Guys, aren't you tired of hearing just those two opposite sides? Don't you want to hear, some real news from your people?
From your
perspective. Stuff, issues that matter to you. Issues like there's African economic triumphs. There's 7 positive developments that have been shaping Africa's future. This is on the front page. You're not going to find this on the front page of the Florida Times Union. I'm sorry. So please support independent, minority-owned. We got a lot of women in leadership positions here, just like Ms. Maitland's in a leadership position with the station here. Support these women. Help support the community by getting your subscription today, thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com. Hey, if you don't want to go online, if you see Opio, he's going to be so happy to help hook you up with subscription if you see him.
I guarantee he got some in his car. I guarantee
you a mess.
He got some in his car. I got some in mine. What you talking about?
Thefloridastar.com.
I mean, when you get ready to go out there and make your well-informed post, let your reference be the Florida Star, not Google.
Come on now.
I mean, Google might not tell you the truth all the time, but I think the Florida
facts.
Star got a good, track record on the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, if you guys want to submit articles, please make sure that you hit up Miss Doing Talk. And you never know, you may look on the Florida Star and see yourself on the front page.
You never know. Speaking of on the front page, Reverend CJ, tell us a little bit more about Vendors and Brunch, man. What's going down?
Hey, everybody. So listen, Vendors and Brunch, if you guys remember last year, we did it on the 8th Street with the cookbook where you was able to come and enjoy some good soul food and enjoy some live music and, have some activities for the kids. And it was, something to do for your Saturday afternoon. Now, this fall, when you get out of church from your service, if you're looking for a place to fellowship, first off, you get to come by the bistro. Get some good food. I mean, who don't want oxtails and smothered pork chops right after church?
I'm through.
But while you are standing in line, while you are waiting to get the best soul food in town, Vendors and Brunch is going to be going on. We are going to have live music by Soulful Roots. Yes, them brothers can sing. Like they say, that boy good. That boy good. Very good. We are going to have story time by Miss Patika Tave out there letting little black boys and little black girls know that they can feel positive about their self-image.
Yeah, this lovely book.
Yes.
She has a book about why I love my grandpa. I love that book.
Yes.
It's too cute. Go out and support.
And it was so nice that when I went to my parents' house, we saw why I love my grandpa sitting right there at the house, signed by Miss Patika. So she's going to be out there reading to the children. We're going to have mocktails. I said mocktails out at Kingdom Plaza. We're going to also have Kitty's Custom Massages out there. Listen, I'm just going to be feeding her $10 bills.
I'm saying, get a quick massage.
Right
after church. Your back is hurting.
Bro, you've been sitting in church cold all day, listening, to the word. And you just want to stretch out. This is going to be
while you're waiting in line.
While you waiting in line
for the bistro, let somebody hold your spot in line. But go ahead and give her a little quick $10 for a quick 15-minute massage, man. You will not regret it. You will not regret it. And then you want to get a chance to get entertainment, by poets like Miss Love Rains is going to be out there giving us some positive poetry. And Aunt Her is going to be out there giving us some verbal essence, and bringing some of the food through. And so, yes, we want to, so September 17th from 11 to 3,
at Kingdom Plaza, right out in front of the bistro. And of course, you know, African Gentleman is going to be out there decolonizing your closet with a short fashion segment, giving you guys, you know, a quick view in what's to come this fall. And guys, y'all don't want to miss it. Definitely don't want to miss it.
Most definitely don't want to miss it. Please come out and support us, guys. We love to see you. We love to connect with you. We heard a call. Hopefully you can come out and support and connect with us later on.
I ain't even tell y'all everything, but we only got 10 minutes left in the segment.
It's about that time. But just to let you know some other events we got coming up, and I'll let CJ pick which story he wants to lead with. The Galaxy Fest, and this is sponsored by JTA and a couple of other community sponsors. It is hosted by Science Sis. So it is led by Black women-led scientists in the community. I know my girl Ashante Green is going to be out there from Green Legacy Farm. So please go and support this Saturday, 11 to 4 is free. It's at James Weldon Johnson Park. If your kids are always doing little quote unquote experiments in your house, take them out there so they can really do some experiments and stretch that science muscle. And for the most part, Dapper Denim pop-up shop. And there's a mural unveiling that will be happening next week, Saturday. A new basketball court has been painted, and they'll be unveiling the mural. So we hope to see you guys out there as well.
And yes, and just to keep you guys abreast, the African Gentleman is real busy this month. We have the Wealthy Fashion Shows coming up September 30th, and we'll be vending out there. Like we already mentioned, Venison Brunch is going to be happening on the 17th. We are also going to be in the Fall Fashion Show on October's First Fridays coming up. So we're actually a part of that fashion show. It's going to be a breast cancer segment. Y'all can't wait to see what African Gentleman pulls out in pink.
What you got from the Star, CJ?
But yes, from the Florida Star, as y'all know, it is the first day of football. And we're going to start right here at home. William Raines High School beat University Christian. 27-12. August 25th, local graduated from Wilson. August 25th, 2023. Raines defense sets the tone in the second quarter to defeat University of Christian 27-12. Touchdown tally includes number 2, Tyron Randolph. He's a senior. He got 1 touchdown. Number 3, Mark Miller, also a senior, got 2 touchdowns. And number 8, Zion Butler scored 1 touchdown. That's another Christian University that went down. Go Colorado.
That's all right. There's some beautiful photos in the paper as well.
Yes.
And we are so thankful to you guys. You ready to wrap it on up there?
Yes. Last thing we want to mention to you guys is that the ASALA Conference, the Association for the Study of African American Life and History, will be happening September 19th, 2023. I think that's a multi-day event.
It's starting that Tuesday, and I think it's going all the way into Saturday. So,
and this is the 108th.
Yeah, this is the organization that started Black History Month. It started off as Black History Week with Carter G. Woodson, and this is his continuation of the organization.
Yes, you got some locals there, like Reverend Kim McKissick. Shout out to Bethel. Is going to be out there as a rumpant win. Carl Smith.
Got a lot of good
people that's going to be
but we are so thankful to you all for listening today, to our writers and producers. Thank you to our presenting sponsor, the Florida Star. Yes. Our partners, the Victory Station, African Lady, African Gentleman, Do and Talk, Vendors and Brunch, Ghana to Gullah, Kingdom Builders, and Faith Under Construction. Special thanks to Reverend CJ here for that word. Yes. Right? Don't supplement yourself with the downers or the uppers. Get Jesus. He does it all.
He does it.
All right. And thank you, our listener. My name is Vanessa Davis.
I am Reverend J Frederick.
And we will see you next week with hopefully a guest that will be joining us at Vendors and Brunch.
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead, baby.
Now return you to your regular scheduled gospel music.
Peace.
I'm just so happy to see Brother Freddie.
All right.